So Scanova is something that so it is used to scan until it just sees the particular particular data. Okay, in terms of input variable. So for example, if you one second, yeah, mm, something. Right, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So if you see here, so scanner is something that so if you want to scan, just just do a scan and pick out the and pick out the respective data from a um, data lines or external source of data. Okay. So for example, if you see here, we want um, mobile data. Okay. Only the mobile data. We run this. See here, you only got the mobile data. So it will be in this way. So as an infill option, we'll just write scan over here, just like other stop over, flow over, trunk over, miss over, and all. And at the input statement, we write at the rate whatever we required to be scanned. Okay, whatever we require to be scanned. That so if you write that, the adjacent data of it will be will be in the data set. Okay. For example, because if you see here, I have given as contact details as a input variable. So I got so whatever the mobile data, no, so whatever no, whatever the data in the data lines with respect to mobile. Okay, these are the data with respect to mobile. So I got these two as the output data. Okay, yeah. So clear, sir? Clear,
Yeah, yeah.
everyone? Yeah. Okay. So I want you to find out. I have a small issue here. If you observe clearly the data, the mobile data here, and the data which got in the output data set.
Last two digits, last digit is missing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last two digits are missing
Right, right. So that's
because it
because
takes only 8. So
it did.
probably we
Yeah,
have to keep as
Mention, yeah,
yeah. So I'll just increase the size.
10 dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I get whatever I want. So 10 dot 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
422, right?
So I got only 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where's this one? Yeah. So might be, it is even, it might be considering the space over here. Okay, that's okay. It might be considering the space, but this is the one. So always give a, it's not, advisable to give the exact length and always give a little more than the exact length. Okay, yeah. So this is a typical scan over. Okay, so it's simple. Cause the input statement to scan the input data record. So cause the input. So we use scan over at the input statement to just scan the input data. This is the input data.
Can you give any real-time example where this can be used, where it is more useful? Any scenario where you might have used it?
I just need to check. I never use the scanner function. So
Okay.
mostly, yeah, these infill options we hardly use it. unless until we get some external files, because I
Hmm.
mean every time, I mean normally every company, they almost 95% of their work, I mean I can say 98% of the work will be completely on data from from the database. Okay, so when we get the data from the database, we don't require this no infill or the input options, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So this info and the input option, they only work when we fetch data from an external source, like the external files, in that way. So if it's from the external files, for example, I just I don't have a particular example for it. I'll check it and I'll just get back to you, sir, if I have
Sure,
any.
sure.
Yeah, yeah,
No worries.
yeah. So this is the basic example. Apart from that, so mostly scan over. I mean, whenever we get some you know in terms of address or address data, if I want to fetch something specific out of this in complete external file, okay, so I'll do it. I use scan
One
over
more
over there.
doubt,
Yes, sir.
Rahul.
Yeah.
Now, here, assume that there are two columns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if there are five columns, and after mobile, uh, this contact details is there, and after that, some other details are there. Even in such case, if you put at the rate mobile, then whatever the other four columns are there, are four columns will come, or only the adjacent one will come.
Based on the input which you are giving, sir.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, as I told you, if there are five columns, then
Mm. So, if you want to give the input based on the five columns, then you get the data of the five columns.
so previously we were taking example like ABC, male, 26,
Right,
salary,
right,
right? In
right.
that case,
Mm.
all other columns will also come.
Yeah, I mean, if you that's what, sir. If I give input in the input, if I provide the variable list of other columns also,
Yeah.
then the other column
Other
will
columns
flow.
will also come.
Will flow. Yeah.
Okay.
If not, I
Okay.
just want only the particular column to be scanned. So scan is something that you want you want the data only for that particular thing. So
Hmm.
always make sure that you use only one or one column or so, because you want the scan is something that you want only the particular data, not the entire one, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pointing out only the particular data. So in that case, it is advisable to use only what you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rajiv,
Yes.
why we are using the at the rate before the like mobile?
Yeah, it is syntax, ma'am. That's the syntax. So at the
Okay,
rate, yeah, at the rate, it just tells that point. So SAS, please point out to this particular name called mobile to the input
okay,
statement. Yeah, it is syntax.
okay.
Yeah,
Rajiv,
yeah.
did you get my message? I think I directly messaged you.
Okay, regarding.
I put it in the message. If you can look at it whenever you're free.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Then. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, people have joined Ishan. I mean, not sure, why is it not, letting you? Yeah. And the next one is end equal to variable. So it is something that, for example, um, okay. So so if you have a large data set, it has around million data. Um, okay. So you want to fetch the last record of the particular data. Okay. You know, you don't know the last record of the data. Okay. So you can't use first OBS or the OBS. So you want to fetch the last record of the data. So in that case, we will be using this end equal to variable. Okay. For that, so I use at the info statement. Let me just pull a data, a sample one.
Rajiv, my screen looks like completely different from your screen for the SAS studio.
Ishan, you have to come into Zoom page.
No,
The
no, no,
class is going on in Zoom. You are talking of SAS. It's a different page.
no, I'm sorry. No, I'm talking about no, I'm on the Zoom page. Like it's like my screen looks different from his.
Okay,
I'm just
so
confused.
Ishan, let me understand. So whatever I'm just sharing in my screen. Can you see it now?
No, no, I see your screen. I'm just saying that
Okay.
your screen looks different from my screen.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll just figure it out at the end of the session. Okay. Just listen to the class. Okay.
All
No,
right,
Ravi,
sounds
I
good.
Yeah.
think he is looking at the SAS launch page where he would have opened the SAS launch.
Yeah, it's okay, sir. We'll just figure that out at the end of the session. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Rajiv. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about the bother.
No issues. No issues. Yeah. Yeah. So what? Okay. So we have. So we don't know what we have in sample one, but but I want to fetch the last record of the data. Okay. So let's just see. So the syntax here is I need to write at the info statement after the file allocation the file name as given, right? And equal to some variable name, can be X, can be anything. Okay, I'll just write here last var. Okay, so I gave the input data records, I mean in the input variable, and I'm giving put. Okay, so normally we use put. So whenever we use put in a particular data step, so it means that so put followed by the particular data item or the variable name. So if you use that, it'll normally print the data of the particular item in the log. Okay,
Mm.
if I use in this way. Okay, so I see I have only two columns. Okay, what is the sample one? Okay, so it is here. ID, name, sex, age, salary. Okay, the name, sex, age, salary. What is that? Okay, yeah, I got all the data. Okay, so if you see here, so used we have used put last var. Okay, so it will be in the form of zeros and ones. Okay, so once it satisfies the condition, it will be one. Okay, total if you see here, we have around 4 data points and 4 rows. Okay, so last var is something that whenever this last var becomes one, it will throw a one in the log. Okay, So all these three are the first three rows, and this is the last row. So end equal last bar is the end equal variable. So end equal something, it just gives out the last row of a particular data. Okay. So it has become 1. Okay. Now I just want to see what is there in the last record. If last bar equal to 1, then output. Okay. So if last bar equal to 1, then output. Okay, there's the 4. So this is the last one in the data set. Okay. Clear, everyone? Any questions in this one?
Can you show the output data once?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it will like last array.
Yeah.
But again, my question, under
Yeah.
what conditions we will use this? Only the last data we want to see. Why
Only the last
singular?
data. I mean, it's an actually I can say that it's an interview question. Sometimes the interviewer will ask that what is the last I just want to see the last record of a particular data.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is the case.
No, I understood that, but in real life, what is the practical implication of this? Why are we doing this? Only to see the last value, what does it gives us an insight?
Insight in the sense here, just a moment.
You can take it as a research, like they did some experiment and they want something at the last, and what will be the result of the experiment. Or you can you can select the particular data, right, the lab data. So I think you can use in
Yeah.
experimental data. It will be useful, I
Yeah.
think.
So I mean, thing is so for any data set, the last record is useful because it just tells that no, what is at what step did the data set has stopped. Okay. So what is the last what is the last listing, because normally most of the data sets will be in a sorting order and based on the data, based on the database or something, just to see no, so what is the last object in a particular data set. Okay. So it's it will be completely based on the no I mean the team which you are working. I mean the project which you are serving.
Mm.
Okay, so
Hmm.
normally if you see in terms of clinical trials, okay, so what is the last no, so what is the last trial happened? Okay, so what is the last record of the particular trial? So
Hmm.
where did it stop? At what point?
Okay.
Okay, all these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Do we have also an option of looking at the bottom 5 results?
Bottom 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
that we need to code it logically. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that you have to do it. So how logic you are. So in that you can test your logic. So there is okay. So with the help of this end equal variable, you can generate that.
Hmm.
Okay. So what you can do is you can just uh, use underscore and underscore. Okay. So it'll just give out numbers to all the data points, and from that you can generate last 5 rows based on this end equal to variable, because end equal to variable will give you the last row. Okay, through which you can know the what is the last row of a particular data set. So for example you have around you know 1,000 or 2,500 rows. Okay, but you don't know. With the help of this end equal last and underscore and underscore, you can just fetch the last row such that So you're gonna know that the last row number is 2501. So with the help of that, you can just upload the last 5 rows based on first OBS or OBS, based on underscore and underscore, and there are many others. Many other ways. Got it, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, encoded variable, it normally works with external files. Okay. So it doesn't work with this data lines or cards. Okay? And next one is LRECL. So it's called logical record length. So it's something that so how much data we want to insert in a particular row of in a particular input statement. Okay, how many characters of length that we want to insert in a particular in a particular input statement. Okay, so normally LRECL will extend from 1 character to 32767 characters. Okay, here it is, 1 character to 32767 characters. So we can insert 32767 characters in a single input statement. Okay, so this is something used whenever you have a large record, large record, a straight large record, and uh, you have this, you have all these variables, and sometimes, okay, LRCL you mentioned is low comparative to the data row. At that time, you will face data, no, you will face some data truncation. So in order to avoid that, we'll just increase this LRECL. I'll just an example of this one. Okay. For example, if you have this one. Yeah. So you have the data in this way. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's only 11. Okay. If you see here, we got an error. Invalid data age in line 2 to 5. And because I use only 5 points, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Age and salary, actually it shouldn't be flown. Completely messed up once. Yeah. Yep. See here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right,
See
sir?
your other screen. You're unable to see your other screen.
Oh, okay. Sure. How about now, sir? Can you see my screen now?
Now I can see, yes,
Yeah.
we can see your multiple
Sample
screens.
data.
Mm.
Okay, so this is sample data. Okay, I just want to bring it into the SAS environment. Okay, so I'm reading this. But what I've given is I have given the logical record length. It's a record length, the entire row length. as a 5. So it will read until the 5 characters. The rest will be wrong. So normally if I don't use this LRCL, we just see.
Content, I think.
We got the data. Okay. Sometimes, so mostly this, LRCL we mostly use with the help for a large data sets. Okay. So I use, LRCL equal to 5. So I get data truncation. So it will take until the first 5 characters. So that's the reason I just always maintain LRCL to be more than what I need required. For example,
Taking
200.
more than 5, na?
Yeah, no, only 5. Equal to 5. It's just taking only 5 characters. You see here,
See,
we have
one ID.
1 second. We have 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Yeah.
But even in salary, it is showing 3.
Yeah, that's a part of data truncation, sir. If you see this one, so 3 is something that I'm getting from here somewhere, or might be this 3. 1 over here, A over here, and then piece.
It is taking even in different rows also it is calculating.
No, it is taking only the first 5, sir. That's my point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's going to the next line, 002. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and then age. DEF is not a numeric, so age is null, and salary it is 3, taking 3 because it's a numeric. It's not 003 here, right, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir. It is because after every 5 characters, it's just halting and then moving to the next line. Just
Okay.
stop. It just stopping. So if you see here, the first ID it took as 1, and then name it took as A. That's it. Okay. 3, 4, 5. You see, if you just count over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. You got it,
You
sir?
may sound it silly for my question, but
Okay.
why is that even if it is a larger one, they could have kept the code in the normal way. Why there is a limit for the length? They should have not kept any length at all in the code.
You mean the LRECL?
Now, yeah, for example, now without of anything when you are running, it is showing completely, right?
Right, right.
So we can keep without length only in the coding. Na? Why they have kept any limitation in the coding? Is it because it occupies space or what is the reason?
I mean, yeah, space is the one. So it just to, restrict the particular data set to this type of length. Okay. So for example, if I can say, for example, for some variables, we got some website data. Okay. So normally, websites will be, normally if I insert a website URL into a variable, it will be a large one, right? Okay.
Okay.
So, in order to restrict some data points not to exceed a particular data length, so we use this, we use this LRCL. So it will help in terms of, so mostly we use only just to make sure that, the data doesn't get truncated.
Okay.
Yeah. So only in terms of, data truncation, we mostly use this particular LRCL, logical record length.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, so I use here around 15. Okay. So I'll get the data because the enter line is more than 15. Just to avoid data truncation, I just use this LRECL. So these options are mainly used whenever you fetch a data from an external source. Okay, so just like all, just like the files, data from files.
Mm.
Yeah. The next one is file name statement. Okay. So till now, what we have learned is, so till now, you see here, in the infile statement, we have learned this. We have to give the in quotations, we have to provide the location, I mean the path to the actual file. Okay, the path to the external file. So the first few lines, in the first few, the I mean, the first two will be the path of a particular file, and next, followed by the file with its extension. Okay. So with this help of file name, we can directly create alias name for the particular location and for the particular location with the file name. Okay. So syntax is file name. So alias name can be anything. So whichever name you want. For example, I want. So if it is sample data pertaining to a student, so I use student. Okay. Student, and then quotations in this way. So run this one. So this entire path with file name and extension will be stored in this alias name called student. Okay. And now anywhere in the particular session, you can use the student anywhere. Wherever you want to use the student data, so you can fetch just by typing in file student. That's it. You get the data. Okay. So it's just not for the in file. So anywhere, wherever you want to use this particular path with file and its extension to be copied in a in a particular code, can be any other apart from infile, can be any other data statement. So for that, you can directly use student. Even if you see even if you want to uh, add library lib name lib, lib name um, lib name, so the path alias name, right? Um, so if I use lib name over here, it's for a new data. Is okay. Okay. So lib name is alias lib name match lib, and then this one. Okay. And now I just want to assign this one. File name. I'll use this one. I'll just read this. Oh, sorry, it's a bigger one. Even they should, even this file name statement, they should follow the data step naming convention rules. Okay. So I just write this press to how much? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Here it has to be batch underscore 2 underscore lib only, no? Because that is the folder you have created.
No,
Yeah.
folder. Oh, okay.
Yep. Attach.
No, it's not about folder, it's about this one, alias name, right? So if you remember the libname statement, it is libname, library alias library name,
Mm.
right? And it's path. Just need to check why it isn't working. Here,
Batch
I have batch. Yes.
Two.
Not sure why it is not getting created here. Okay, I will just check that and then I'll get back to you. But in terms of infile statement, I'll just remove all these. But in terms of infile statement, so we can directly use this student. I mean, if I use Krishna, I just type Krishna, run this one. Take out the data. So there's a other file name option, where you can use, and in the future classes, I mean, in the future sessions, you may get this kind of scenario where where we need to use this particular um, file name in terms of quotation, and then fetch the data, or just send the data to the external source in that way. Okay.
What is the maximum character length for the file name that we can give? 8,
This one, sir, alias name or the file
Ah,
name?
no,
Yeah,
Krish,
same things. Alias name should follow, all the names which you create should follow the data, data set convention rules.
that is 8
Eight,
characters.
yeah, 8 characters. Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
want more than that, can we keep dollar and then
No,
specify the number?
no, it's not. It's not. It won't happen, sir. So in terms of lib name, the library name, okay, or the file name, alias name. So all these names which you are creating, it should follow the data step what do you call it? Convention rules.
Mhm.
Yeah. So there are options of the infile statement. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So any questions sir, regarding this one? So
No.
I'll just get back to you, regarding this lib name statement. Not sure why it is not working here. Apart from that, anything else, sir?
Nothing.
Ma'am,
No.
Ishan, any questions here?
I mean, Raji, like the whole thing is different. I don't see anything that I'm not able to do anything that you're doing. So we'll just like I'll talk to you after class, sir.
Sorry, okay, Ishan.
like the whole board is different, like from my end. So like we discussed, I'll just talk to you after class because I don't like I'm just confused right now because I don't see anything that you're doing on my end. Even though I'm like trying to input everything that you have been inputting, I just like it's just not working for me. I'm still on the second line.
Him to share the screen, Rajiv. I think he is looking into the SAS page, not
Okay.
the Zoom page.
Yeah, just okay, just 5 minutes. You can just share your screen, Ishan.
No, I see the thing. It's like you're on 662 the line. Okay, yeah, I'll share my screen.
Um,
Now you
oh,
are able to see.
No, I was able to see before, but I'm just not able to like. I'll show you 1 second.
yeah, just show your screen, Ishan. Just share your screen.
I need
Because they're
permissions.
unable to understand your question.
That's okay, sir.
Uh,
No, I'll just see the screen.
I
No,
cannot
just
screen.
yeah, just share
Yeah,
my screen. I'm sorry. Just share your screen, Ishan.
you have to stop sharing, Rajiv, and then I can share.
Okay. Like that.
This is my screen, Rajiv.
Okay. So what's different? Is it from
So
you
like,
and mine?
yeah, I don't see like the lines. Like you have 662 lines. I just like I don't know
Oh,
like what I'm.
Ishan, it's okay. Those are all just line numbers which which I have taught in the session. Okay. When if you are if you had went through those videos, I mean the recordings which I have shared, you can you can just figure out that.
Okay, I have a couple of
If
questions.
yeah, if you
I'm
see
not.
here, so 1 and 2, right? So those are line numbers.
Yeah.
If you if you just proceed the code further, then you get those line numbers.
No, I understand that, but like I don't understand how this operating system works because I'm like I've been like at it for a couple of days and I watched the videos. I'm just not like understanding it.
So I mean, you went through the videos, Ishan?
Oh yeah, I did go through the video. So I was wondering if you would be available after class for like 5-10 minutes, if that's possible.
Okay.
No, Rajiv, I think his question is entirely. Can you show the screen of what class Rajiv is showing? Can you show that?
Yeah, I could see Rajiv's thing like I could have seen now I
Okay.
can't see Rajiv's screen because I'm the one screen sharing, but when he was screen sharing, I was able to see his entire screen.
Then it's fine. Then here you have to put those codes. This is your interface. This is not his interface. Now this is your SAS
Yes.
user
Yeah,
interface. So
exactly. This
you
is
will,
my interface. So when
yeah. So
Rajiv
you
was
will not see what Rajiv's is having
yeah,
on that.
no, I understand, but when Rajiv was presenting, his sharing his screen, I was able to see what Sir was presenting. But
Okay.
now for this, all I'm saying is that like my thing is different, right? Because that's used for teaching.
No,
But
no, it's not different, Ishan. It's it's completely same. So what you
no,
are
it's the same exact like website. But I'm just not sure as to how like the operating system works because I'm putting in codes, but nothing is like working. I was copying what you were doing,
okay. Can
but
just show can you just
can
copy
you
your
give me
code here?
something? Can you give me something to input? Because like I was like putting it in and then I just kept deleting it because
Okay.
nothing was like, entering.
1 second. No, let me just share a simple code. Just open your chat window and just copy the particular piece of code.
This entire code.
Yeah. No, open chat
Okay.
window. Yeah.
Okay. And Rajiv, where do you get this code from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I have shared the handouts, my, I have shared both handouts and the recording simultaneously, Shan. You
Yes.
can just get
Okay,
this
so
code from the handouts. Yeah. So it's
so
running
that's
for
what
you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
oh I okay, so where do you get this code from though? Like
Yeah, I have shared some handouts, Shan. If you're just going to go to the Google Drive,
yeah.
okay. So it's for everyone. It's not, I guess, it's not specifically which I shared with you. Let's see. So do you have the links to the particular shared drive?
Shared with me. What is that? What is it called?
It's a shared drive. It's in the
Training links?
group. I mean, the SAS group. I just shared with everyone the links and all.
But where is the
If you just go to the WhatsApp group, I guess you haven't seen it. Go to WhatsApp group. Go to the WhatsApp group.
okay, I see. Oh, it's here, Raji, right? This is what you're talking about?
No, these are recordings. Apart from that, I have shared another folder, so which
Okay.
have
Oh yeah, where do you want me to go?
hmm, so no, do you have it handy? I mean, Tulsi sir or Pooja ma'am?
Yes, I need to check.
Uh where is it, guys? Because I don't see it on the drive.
No, it's if you just enter, if you just open a particular thing, then you can see the drive. When I
Okay, so what
already informed everything in the SAS training.
where do I see it though? What thing do I open? Because
Go
I'm
to the
here.
go to the SAS group, Ishan, and search for the URL.
But uh Rajiv, you posted it, the
Yeah, I
URL?
posted. I posted. Everyone have it. Yeah.
What date did you post it, sir? Do you know?
No, I don't remember that, Ishan. I mean,
Find
Ishan.
out in the chat. Yeah, you can find out in the chat.
Yeah, you'll find it in the chat. Yeah.
But you posted the picture, right, in the chat?
Yes, the URL.
All right, thank you, Rajiv. I will find it. Thank you.
I'm
It's in the SAS training Guruschools, right?
just sharing with you this moment. Yeah, SAS training group. Yeah, you can see that. I know I just shared a new one. No, I just shared again. Yeah, I shared this is a drive for the handouts, which you have everything. So whatever I teach it, it'll be in these handouts. Okay, you can copy those codes from these handouts and paste it in the SAS, SAS editor window. You can do, you can do your operations over there.
These are the codes. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. Like
yeah,
paste, and this is one entire code. So from run to this is one entire code, Rajiv, or
yeah, yeah.
got it. I see. And what is this used for?
Which one?
Like these codes, like for an example,
So Ishan,
um,
one thing here, Ishan, just go through the videos, go through the recordings again. Okay.
okay,
So in the recordings, it is clear at each and every point. So why are we using this particular piece of code? Why are we using this particular data point and all? It is it is clearly mentioned in those videos. Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
very
just
good.
go through the videos and and simultaneously go through the handouts. Okay, then you get to know. So why are we using this particular piece of code, or why are we why this line is important. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I have any questions, I can ask you, right, over
Yeah.
text,
Yeah.
if possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Please do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so let's jump on to our session. Yeah, we'll go to this input statement. So can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So there's the input statement, the third part of a particular data step. So it's something that we pass the variables and it's in formats or formats. Okay. So we know we normally pass the variables and it's in formats. So in formats in terms of its length and some and some some other um special characters such that to read the data as is in the external file or the data lines. Okay. So, so there's a simple example of why do we use this input statement. So mainly we use input statement to just load the data into the particular variable. Okay. So So if the data is completely aligned, so aligned in the sense in this way. So it is completely aligned. Okay, no deviations, nothing. Okay. Sorry. Okay, let's run this one. So if you see here, what happened now? We got David, Amelia, Ellen, Ravi, Ashley, Jim. In team, we got David, so red, yellow. Okay. So this particular thing is, it's little of below 8 characters, and as you know that once it reads the first one, it just if it sees a blank over here, it stops over there and then goes to the next variable or the next column, right? So so this is what typically happens. So even if it's aligned or even if it's not aligned, but it has some kind of a spaces, spaces, but no, but it maintains some spaces between the data points. Then it will read as is. The only thing we have to maintain is numeric or character. Okay, so based on the based on the data type, we provide a dollar or no dollar. Okay, so this particular input statement, if it deviates, okay, if it deviates from what we are no from no if it deviates from what we are doing, for example, I just give two spaces here. Now let's see. Okay. Uh,
You said there will be no changes now, whether it is two spaces, one space,
yeah.
or multiple spaces. It will not make difference.
Yes. Just a moment, sir. So what I can make here is wait. Okay, let me just try this one.
Now the last one, salary, it will show as missing data.
Salary.
Or end weight, it will show as missing data.
No. So why? No, end weight will have this one. I mean, it's a cycle, sir. No, it's you. Once it goes to the once it sees something no data, it goes to the next line to to fill up the last value, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to create something in a way that
No, but why it goes to the second line? It has to take as empty, right? If the last one is empty, we do not have it's a missing value. It should show as missing value. It should
no,
not
we
go to the
didn't show
next
it as a
line.
missing value, sir. We just only mentioned blank. That's it. So the rule of
The blank can be text also, right?
sorry, the blank can be
Text also, no?
no, it's not text. It just a spaces. That's it. We haven't given any dot or missing. We
Yes.
just only gave
Mm.
spaces. The rule of this one is unless and until it finds a non-blank value, it just iterates on each and every row. And what we are given is here we have given end wait. For example, if I stop here is until end wait and then run this one. So what we got is 165, 145, 1210. Okay. So this one second, 189, 145.
155.
ID
89.
1025. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Favorite red.
Yeah. 189. So this is what? I didn't give this end wait. So this last
Hmm.
column is been removed,
It's ignored.
ignored, right? Based on the number of inputs I provided. For example, I just gave mm,
Okay.
IT number to see. You see here, sir?
Okay.
Yeah. 1023 1012 1219.
But okay.
So I gave around 1, 2, 6 variables here. I have only five data points over here.
Right.
Okay, so something data is so 1049 Amelia yellow 145. Okay, 10. So the error is at the 1023 David red.
Mm.
Ah, it's- okay. So I got IT number is 1049. What is 1049? The next line.
Alright.
Hmm.
Go ahead, sir. That's what. So based on
Yeah.
the input which you have provided, the data acts in that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason we should always be careful while giving the input or the so for that in order to not to have this kind of if in order if we have any kind of deviations in terms of data or in terms of data, so we have these input options. Okay. Types of input statement. So we have few types of so how to provide input statements. Okay. So we have list input. So we have quite a few, but and I'm just only just giving you only few which are important. So list input. So in list input we have simple list input, modified list input, and another one is formatted input. Okay. Let's go with the list input. Okay. The first one is dollar. So dollar. So we use it further to mention whether this particular data point is a character or numeric. Okay. So if I mention dollar, it will accept both numeric and character data, but if you don't mention dollar, it will only accept the numeric data.
Numeric.
Okay. But by default, it is by default if you don't mention um dollar, it will always consider numeric data as a numeric data type. It is a normal aligned data. Okay, it will
Can you go
be
into code once?
yeah.
ID number after that four dot you have kept. What is that four dot?
Length, sir, that's it. So the
Length.
default is
That's a
8,
length.
right? Default is 8,
Ah,
right? I mean, whether you keep it as 4 or 8 doesn't matter. Okay, for your sake,
even.
I'll remove this one.
Hmm.
Just use the same.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thing is, even if it's 8, it will stop until it will find a blank. Okay.
Hmm.
After once it sees the non-blank, it will just go into the data.
Hmm.
Okay. And there's a catch here. Okay. For example. 1, 6. What is this? This is 42. This is sorry, this is 6. And this is 25. Okay, total 19 characters, right? Okay. For example, you see here we have embedded blanks in between the name column, right? Embedded blanks,
Mhm.
Hmm.
right? If we follow our normal general convention, we see here. So
Hmm.
this is what we have been following in terms of general convention. So
Yes.
none of the variable have the embedded blanks, just simple blank, one after the other. But here we have embedded blanks. Okay. here we have,
How
we are
we
not,
know that it's a embedded blank?
sorry.
How are we identifying it is an embedded blank?
If you see here, it is David Shaw. Only name has
And that
David
is
Shaw.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. But it is embedded.
Sorry, sir.
Is there anything which will tell us that this is embedded one?
No, only by no, only by seeing it. That's it. If you have of a, if you have some
No,
kind of
Rajiv,
a,
what I am trying to tell is if you're not mentioning anything specially,
uh-huh.
how it is taking as embedded one? Because in the previous example which you have given David and Red,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
here David, comma Shaw, comma Red is there.
Mm-hmm.
It can take Shaw as teams, right? Why it
Right.
is not taking Shaw as teams?
That's what.
Team.
Okay. Just let me just go through it.
Hmm.
Okay. So we got David, Red, Shaw, and one into one line, one variable,
Hmm.
one variable. Okay. So why?
Yeah.
So why this? So why this? Because data is not, first of all, the data is not aligned. Okay.
Hmm.
And the other one is, if you see here, so we are using this $19.
Hmm.
Okay. So it is considering until the 19. No, it's considering. Once, just a moment, sir.
Okay, up to 19 as in
Yeah,
single call.
yeah. So here it is 6, and here it is 20. Here until here 24. Here it is 6. It had until 24, and just just count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Until 1, it is
Hmm.
considering. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the issue here. That's the problem
Yeah.
of data unalignment, unaligned data.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this simple one. So if the if the data is aligned, then then there won't be any problem. Only if the data is not aligned, then we get this modify list input. So this helps to modify the input input data, input names which you are giving it. Okay. So this form of a simple list input is a modify list input. So in order to read the character values, um, we require dollar symbol, which you know it. And the next one is ampersand. Okay, ampersand will
Sorry,
help.
sorry. Can you again modified one?
The first one is dollar symbol, dollar, sir. Okay,
Huh.
so dollar is
So
used to Mhm.
dollar is used to only donate that it's a character.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
But here, if it is, he, this is a modified one or this is a simple one?
modify list input, sir. So simple is something that if the data is aligned, it's called simple list input. No, we can use dollar and everything. So
Hmm.
in the modify list input, we provide dollar is also dollar is also considered as a modify list input option.
Okay.
Yeah, because we are modifying the particular list in order in order to read the characters. Otherwise, it will be completely default as numeric. So
Even in
something.
simple also we are using dollar. Here also we are using dollar. Na? So what is the difference? I am unable to understand the difference.
Nothing much, sir. The only thing is the difference here is data is aligned in terms of simple. So simple is something that, so whatever we get the data, so whenever we have the data, aligned data, okay, just to read it as is, without without using any kind of a different options. So that's called simple
Hmm.
list input. Okay. So to read, for example, if I remove all these, mm, be more specific, I just gave up. So yeah, if I remove this one, okay, okay. Mm, okay. So consider this to be a simple list input. Okay, a list input, a list input where there are no characters, just simply you're just reading the align data. That's it.
Hmm.
Okay, so that will be simple list input. And modified list input here. For example, you found out that this particular data has some character values. Then you give out the modified list input as dollar. That's it. So normally,
Okay.
in general convention, so what we think is even dollar is also a simple, a basic thing for a data, right, sir? Because
Hmm.
we are learning it from the start. Because if you want to find out the character value, we have to give the dollar symbol. So that's the reason people started considering this to be a simple list input. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Because dollar has also become a basic need for a for a data set to run. Because we always can't rely on this only the only the the numeric values, right, sir? We even want the character values also. So that's the reason we are just treating that to be a simplest input. And next one is ampersand. Okay, so ampersand is something that it helps to read the embedded blanks data. So whenever whenever we have some kind of embedded blanks in the data, you can use this kind of a you can use this ampersand symbol. Okay, so ampersand so whenever we use ampersand symbol, for any kind of a data point, it should require so it should have two spaces of the particular after the particular um, variable used. Okay, for example, if for example if I'm using this ampersand symbol here in the name statement, so in the name variable, so after the name variable, so no, after the name data has been read, so it should have two spaces. Okay, one, two, more than two. Yeah, two or more than two. Okay, so at that time it reads the next data point. So that is the
Okay.
no, that is the rule of ampersand,
Mhm.
right? So both of
What is that called? Can you spell it again?
ampersand, sir. So we use like an end symbol, right?
And perfect.
And yeah,
Okay.
ampersand. Mm. Okay. Yeah. So for example, if I run this one, if you see previously we saw embedded blanks and we just gave the exact length, and then and then we maintain the alignment, right? So here, no alignment here. We have the embedded blanks. Oh, 1 second.
That's
Yeah.
10. Keep 15 dot
Yeah.
on a paper.
Let's see. Yeah, it's working. Ashley McKnight, Serrano. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if I use one, so what happens if I use one blank?
It will consider everything as single until 15.
Yeah. So one blank is normal to it. Okay. So
Hmm.
normal unaligned way. Okay. So it's always should be double spaces.
Mhm.
So it should be always first the modifier and then the dollar symbol. Okay. Same for this one. So it's always the first the modifier, the two modifiers and the sorry, yeah, the two modifiers and the length. The first will be the ampersand and then the no and the following is the dollar. Okay. And next one is colon. There's something I can say you might find it useful and be using it more often. Uh, yeah. So, for example, so it is same thing. If you see here, enables you to specify in format the input statement uses to read the variable value. So, let me just run this one without this column. So we got Ramakrishna, Padmaja, 200 Mohan Prasad, right? That's because we used 11, right, sir?
Double space if you give, then it will. After
No, no,
Padmaja, if you give double space.
that is for the ampersand. Okay,
Huh.
okay. But this is the colon. This is the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's the next modify list input colon. Okay, so if you see, so for example, if I gave around 20 characters length and I run this, so it will cover all the data points.
Mm.
Okay. So at this time, if I use list input as colon, okay, it will restrict until the spaces. See here, okay. So whatever the length may be, okay, whatever the length may be, once it find a space, okay, once it find a blank, it will stop reading the particular data point for a particular column name, and then for the next column, it will find a non-blank. So if it finds a non-blank value, and then it prints that particular observation to the and assigns that to the particular column name. Okay, so that is the useful of this column modify list input. Clear, everyone? Clear, ma'am? Clear, sir?
Yeah.
Still confused here? Hello?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I missed a little bit here, so I
Okay.
could not
So what is the question here,
understand.
sir? So
No,
for okay, so for example,
now if you're running, what is happening?
okay,
It is printing
yeah. If so for example, if I so there's a normal case, right? This is a normal
normal
case,
case.
Yeah.
right? Without using any kind of a
Normal
list
case,
input.
I understood.
Okay.
After putting that, what is happening? After
One,
putting colon,
1 second, it didn't read properly. Okay, that's okay. Love it. Okay. Yeah. So for example, I read 20, so I gave 20, so it read all the 20. No, so it read all the values until 20. Okay.
20.
So in order to just so for example, if I use a larger length such that no, I predict that in the in the future data I may get data I may get a length until 20 characters. Okay. So but still I want to know restrict name until the blank space. Okay. So in order to
hmm,
restrict that, I use colon. So
hmm,
what colon do? It just reads the entire name and then wait for the blank space. So once it gets once it sees the blank space, okay, the blank value, it stops there. It stops reading the name value, name observations, and then jumps to the next observation, salary.
So
okay.
basically,
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
put two blanks in there, still it will read
Okay.
like 20 up to 20.
We'll see for your sake.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a blank until it finds the non-blank value,
Mm-hmm.
then it jumps to the next value, next column, next
Okay.
column. Okay. Yeah. So that is the use of uh, column here. Okay. For example, if you see this one,
But if we are putting like two spaces, we don't need the let's just colon, right?
so come again, ma'am.
if we are putting two blanks in between, so we
Okay.
don't need this colon, right?
Colon.
We need colon, right? Why two blanks? We don't need colon. I didn't get you, ma'am. Thing
Like,
is, we are specifying 20 dot. So the length
oh,
is 20. Okay, for
oh,
example, if I don't mention this and then read this particular data, I get no, I get a deformed
No,
data.
actually, what Pooja is asking,
Hmm?
Pooja, you have to, when you are using and, then you have to keep two places. Here, instead of using and, we are using colon and single space.
This is the next one, ma'am. Is it what
yeah,
you're? Mhm.
yeah, I got it.
Okay, okay. So that is ampersand, ma'am. So ampersand require. So ampersand is useful. Is useful when we have embedded blanks, and and it
Okay.
required two spaces
I was
after that.
just checking if it if we providing two spaces, what will happen?
Yeah, that's it. So even if we provide number of spaces, it still reads the data until it finds the non
Until 20.
blank, and then it reads the next data until it finds the non-blank value.
Okay,
Okay, non-blank column. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So
So,
there's the most helpful, I can say most useful model list input, because every time what happens is, sir, normally you won't be getting, I mean, in terms of names, mostly it will be, and Ashley, and so if you see here, I mean, the data, you see here, it will be David underscore Shaw, David dot Shaw, Amelia, Saran, or it will be two column names. David is the first name and Shaw is the second name. Okay. So what happens is, whenever we get a text file. So if it is not a delimited file, for example, if it is if it is a delimited file like pipe delimited, or or comma delimited, or some other no, delimiter. If you get a file in that way, we can directly use this in DSD, DLM, DLM, SPT, DLM, STR, right?
mhm.
Yeah. So thing is, if you don't get a DLM a delimiter file, and we sometimes get a file such that we get only spaces after each and every data point. Okay. So at that time, so each and every data point have a different length, right. So in that case, you mention a common length, as for example, the highest length in the particular column is around 20 characters. Okay, you mention 20 characters of length. Okay, but when you don't use this column, okay, it even reads the 20 no, so it reads the entire data until 20 characters, right?
Mhm.
But you want the but you want to restrict the particular column to be 20 characters until until it reads the data. Okay, so at that time, column is very very useful. So it reads until the blank space. Okay, so how much the data will be, no how much length the data will be. So it can be 5 characters, 10 characters, or 15 characters, or 18 characters. So at the end, 20 characters of length. So that's the use of name. No, sorry. No, that's the use of colon modifier list input. So how much length you provide? It only reads until
Until
the
the day.
non-blank value.
Yeah.
Sorry, the blank value. And again, if it sees the non-blank value, it jumps to the next column. Yeah. Clear, ma'am? Clear, sir?
Yeah.
Clear,
Yeah,
Ishan?
yeah.
Okay. Ishan, you there? Is it clear now? Okay. And sometimes, for example, you want to read embedded blanks and you want to stop the data reading until the blank value. Okay. You can use both. Both as a combination. Okay. You see here, we got some DSD over here. We got some, we
Yeah.
got a DSD option over here. This example. we got some delimiters as a comma, but we have embedded blanks. You can use ampersand over here.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mohan Prashant, the ID.
Okay, 1 second. So there's a restriction here for this particular.
Mhm.
Yeah. So as per the rule, there's a no restriction here. So as I said, it should always follow two blanks, right? So there are no two blanks. They're just one, what do you call it, delimiter. So it's better to use only the column.
If commas are there, we don't use even colon also. Then also it will print or it will show error.
So actually, based on the data, it gets separated based on the data. 1 second, let me just increase this one. Okay, we'll see now. This is what happens. Previously, it was space. Now it is comma. That's it. There's
Yeah.
just the thing is, there's the delimiter has changed, but not the rules. The rules are always same, right, sir?
Yeah.
So there's the use of um, column, because what we tend to do is we always give a higher length value for any data, just to make sure that every data point, every observation will be fed to the particular column. Okay, that's the no that's the that's the programmer tendency. So to avoid data deformity, so we use this, mostly we use column.
Mhm.
Okay, we observe this one. Because we have given $10.
Then yeah.
We got this data. For example, I won't be giving $10. You get the data right. Because it takes what? Because the default is 8. Okay. You see, the default is 8. It reads, so in this condition, it reads until the blank value. If you see, we have only 6 characters. It reads until the blank value because we are not giving any kind of a length in format. Okay. So once we give the length in format, then it reads the data until the in format value. The next one is formatted input. So clear on this, ma'am? Clear on this, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
List input, modify list inputs. Okay. Let's okay. Yeah, well, no, I'll just cover this one, this last one, format input, and then we'll stop the session. Yeah. Okay. So formatted list input. It is something that we tell the particular data point to read from this line. Okay. Something that we tell the no, column, the input statement to read from this, from the first line or the 6th line or the 25th line or the 32nd line or the 36th line. Okay. So this @1 will give you, okay. So this @1 will tell SAS that, okay, input statement, just start reading from the l- uh, line 1. Okay.
Mhm.
or else start reading at the line 6, or else line 25th, in that way. So line 1 is here, and we have mentioned 4 dots, so it will extend until 4. We'll go one by one. So if you see here, it will extend until 4.
Did
Okay.
not understood. Sorry.
Okay.
Achha, okay. More than 4, it will not take in the numeric character.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
understood.
Okay. So I asked this ID number to start reading from 1, first line. This is the first line.
Hmm.
See here,
Hmm.
column 1, the first line.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And at 6, if you see here, it is 6. 6, right? 6.
Mm.
At 6, I just want to read this name. So go until 18 characters. Okay. So go until 18 characters. If you have 2, 3,
This
4,
would be
5,
useful in
6.
unformatted data majorly.
No, this will be useful only for the aligned data. You can't use this for the no
Hmm.
unaligned data, right, sir? Because we are
Hmm.
specifically mentioning that at the rate
General.
start from this name. So start from
Hmm.
this value and at this value
Hmm.
with the length of so and so. Yeah.
This is a very complicated one. Why will anyone use this?
Uh, it's not complicated. I mean, once you go through all these, it'll be simple for you. I mean,
Hmm.
it's just like that. If okay, give me an example. I'll give you an example. Okay. So we just
No, I understood actually why it is needed. I understood.
okay. You see here, I got
But
ID
in
team member, state, and weight.
Hmm.
Right, sir? For
Hmm.
example, sometimes we get unnecessary data, right? It's not that we always get, so for example, we get around, some around, 10 columns of data where where we actually know only 5 columns. So at that time, this is very useful. So it tells us that start at this point and this length, and then next one in that way.
Hmm.
Yeah. So here, we can easily miss the particular values which we we can
Hmm.
easily avoid the particular values which we don't want it. Condition that it is this condition rarely happens, but still, just to know. Yeah.
Now in the team,
Mm-hmm.
you have kept as 5, but yellow is 6. So
That is
how it is showing?
yeah, it is truncating, sir. Anyways, it's
Yeah.
truncating.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So it's getting truncated. So yeah. So this is what input statements. Okay. From in the next session, we'll just go through the other statements. Okay. We have other statements also. Just like we went to keep options, right? Keep drop some other options, right? We'll go through statements of it. Okay. We have length label statement. We have other statements. Tomorrow, we can discuss on the statements. So till now you're done with data,
In
in
file.
file, and input. Okay. Next we'll go to the statements.
Okay.
Yeah. So any questions, ma'am, sir, until now? Ishan,
No,
any
okay.
questions here?
Vishan will definitely have.
Yeah, man, I don't see
He missed classes. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and